my wrongs, I have just begun. Ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy.
What's going on, everyone? My name is The Unsubscriber, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Something that's not very common on YouTube, actually. And what I'm going to be doing is actually a movie review. The movie I'm going to be reviewing today is The Visit. Many people have seen The Visit. It's one of the really good movies of 2015. I personally really liked it. But basically, in this video, I'm just going to be going over what it's about, what the creators could have done better. M. Night Shyamalan, as he's created a lot of movies, and what I think was actually good about it. So the first thing I want to say is that I love this movie. There was a lot of things about it that were very good, and a lot of things about it that could be actually changed. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is actually going over what it was about. So what the movie was about these two kids. Let me start from the beginning. There was this woman. The woman in the very beginning of the movie is being interviewed by someone. The person who she's being interviewed by is not stated in the beginning of the movie, the first 5 minutes maybe. It is later revealed that she's being interviewed by her daughter about something that had happened earlier. And the thing was that she had a very, very bad relationship with her parents. She said that she one day just got into a big fight with her parents, and what I remember correctly, just went out. Never saw them again. And the daughter's trying to push her mother to do this interview because she's an aspiring movie director, creator, and interview person. I think that maybe I'm somebody who does with the camera, I don't know. But it starts getting into the movie when the kids ask, it's a brother and a sister, I actually forget what their names are. They ask if they can go visit their grandparents, which is the mother's parents. The mother, after very, very, very harsh discussions, finally says they can. And that they have to do everything, everything the grandpa said, or everything the grandparents say, and yada, 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 what most moms say. So, they get in the car. Their mother drives them to the train station, and drops them off, and says her goodbyes and everything. And the kids are on the train. They actually befriend the younger brother befriends one of the people on the train, and they just kind of play around. But it quickly turns kind of weird when the kids arrive at their grandparents' house. And the grandparents, from the very first sight, are a little bit weird. They don't really talk that much. Sorry. They don't really talk that much. They really don't say a lot of things. And they are just acting kind of, skittish, kind of weird. And that's understandable. I thought maybe, maybe they're just, not used to having kids around, But it kind of turns weird when I think the first thing that happens is that they see the grandfather, so they meet the grandparents take them home, and they say they say these are the rules, as you could read on the street, or as you could see on this picture. It says, have a great time, help yourself to anything you like, eat as much as you want, and don't come out of your room after 9:30 p.m. The kids were kind of weirded out about this, and the grandparents give a logical explanation. They just say that, they're old, they need their sleep, they need their beauty sleep. If they don't sleep, it might, cause some harm to them. And the kids are pretty understanding of that. They're like, all right, and they actually buy into it. They say oh yeah, so our parent, we should just do it. And so, I'm sorry, I keep tapping my screen. So that happens, and then after a while, it starts to get weird when the two siblings see their grandfather going in and out of this shed type of thing, which is not really described that much in the movie. You just kind of see it as kind of a rundown shed. And they see him going in and out of the, they see him going in and out of this shed a lot. And they're kind of like, oh, what's going on, what's going on? They don't really investigate that much. But then what happens is probably one of the creepiest parts of the movies. It's when the kids are playing hide and seek underneath the barn. I believe it's the barn. And they're playing hide and seek, and keep tapping my screen. Oh my gosh, I'm trying for it to not to, shut off. But they see the grandmother, they're playing hide and seek, and they're having a great time, going on to hiding under the house and whatnot. And it quickly turns weird when they see the grandmother, like they're playing hide and seek, they're hiding underneath the house. And they see their grandmother like running underneath the house. It's really weird. And basically she says like, oh, I haven't done that in years. That was really fun. After they come out. After a while, there's also a very weird part where the parents are supposed to be volunteering, or the grandparents are supposed to be volunteering at this mental institution. They're supposed to be like one of the main people that volunteer. They're supposed to be really great people. And the grandfather actually drives them down to like this mental institution, just so they could take a look around. So when they're going, they see this guy, and the guy's kind of like looking at the grandpa for some reason. And the grandpa's like, oh my god, he's staring at us, get away. And then the kids are like, well, what? He's not doing anything. He's like, he's staring at us. And then after a while, the grandfather actually goes like totally nuts and takes this guy and like chucks him down on the floor. It's really weird. At least I thought it was really weird. And the kids are pretty weirded out after that. And this is when it really starts to turn creepy. So one night, they're in their bed, and they're kind of thinking about all the things that have happened. And basically, they hear these weird noises outside. Like, they hear, like, really weird, like, tapping and scratching and, like, as if people are, like, running around. And it seems like multiple people. So they basically decide they're going to disregard the rule of staying after 9:30, so they disregard it. And it turns weird when they open the door and they see their grandmother like in like some sort of robe scratching on the door, and it's like really, really weird. And basically what the kids do is they question the grandfather after that night, and he basically says that this grandmother actually has a real life problem. This is a real life problem, and it's called sundowning. If you don't know what sundowning is, it's basically when your mind kind of goes into like a weird mode after, and it's triggered by darkness. It's like real life werewolves, pretty much, except without the full moon, with darkness. It's not like they turn hairy and stuff. They turn like really weird, and they start doing some really, really weird stuff, like crawling around on all fours. Basically, this is the best way I could put it. It's basically like dreaming, but you're acting it out. Like, it's kind of like sleepwalking, but a little bit more severe. So they basically say that's what it is. The kids take it like, all right. But the next day, the first time that the grandpa told them about the sundowning is when they actually see, like, they walk out of the door and they actually see the grandmother throw up downstairs. That's when it happened. The second night, they see the grandmother scratching on the door. And they ask him again, and he basically says that the grandmother's problem is very, very severe, and that she has a really bad type of it. And the kids kind of, all right. Turns weird again when the kids see the grandfather going into the shed and coming out and doing it like 3 times every hour. And they start like getting really suspicious. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so bad. They start getting really suspicious, and they actually go and investigate inside the shed. And the kid says like, oh, he smells something that smells like waste, like human waste. And basically what they find is a big, giant pile of used diapers, like adult diapers. And they basically run out, and they question the grandmother about it. The grandmother says that the grandfather has a very, very, very bad, like, time controlling his waste, and that he has to wear his diaper, and that he puts them in the shed because he doesn't want to be, embarrassed and humiliated. the kids are like, all right. Basically, what happens is that when it really starts to turn weird, the grandparents start to act really weird in the daytime. And basically what happens is one time, the girl who is aspiring to be a photographer or a movie shooter or something like that, gets out her laptop and she finds that the webcam, which they have been using to FaceTime their mother, has been, burned so that it doesn't really work. Somehow, the girl gets it to work a little bit so that they could still FaceTime their mother. One day in particular is when the real movie really starts to start up. They FaceTime their mother, and they say, "Oh, our grandparents have been acting really, really weird." And the mother's like, "Oh, where are they?" And they're like, "Oh, they're outside in the yard." And she's like, "Oh, let me see them in the webcam. Let me see if they still look like in the pictures," because she had hidden a lot of these pictures that they've sent her over the years. So she says, "Let me see them through the webcam." They say, "Okay." Basically, she shows them through the webcam, and the mother basically says, "That's not them. That's not your grandparents. That's not your grandparents. That's not your grandparents." And the kids are like, "Oh my God, who are these people that we're staying with?" And basically, what happened is that they weren't really their grandparents. The grandparents were actually volunteering at this mental institution. The people who disguised as their grandparents were people from the mental institution that had murdered the grandparents and pretended to be the grandparents. The girl finds it out because she finds one of the bodies in the cellar when she goes down the cellar to investigate. Basically, it's a really creepy movie. I really liked it, though. It was really well made. There were some things that I think that could be changed, and some things that I think that should really stay. I'll list 3. The first thing that I really liked was the camera quality in the movie. It was very good quality. It was very well made, and I really, really liked it. The second thing I really liked was the actors. The kid actors were amazing. The girl, that was really amazing in a couple of the scenes, which I'm not going to go into detail with. You're just going to have to watch the movie yourself. The third thing I liked was basically the whole plot. I really love movies about, creepy cabin in the woods. It was really cool, and I really liked it. Now let's get into some things that should be changed. The first thing is that the grandmother shouldn't be crawling underneath the house. That would be very, very hard to do for an actual elderly woman. That would be very hard to actually pull off in real life. I think that should be changed. The second thing that I think should be tweaked a little bit was basically what was it? Oh man. The second thing I forgot. The second thing that I would like to be changed was basically how the grandparents act around the kids. It was creepy, don't get me wrong, but it didn't really set that mood that they were actually from the mental institution. I think it should set that mood. And the third thing was basically how clear the story was. It was kind of hard to follow. I liked it though. I really liked the intricate storyline, but I mean, it could be a little bit hard for some people to follow. But overall, I really liked it. I bet you if you watched it, you would really like it. The viewer, if you watched it, I think you would really like it. It was a very good movie. I really loved it. And if I had to rate this movie out of 5 stars, I would rate it a 4.5, just because those little things. I would rate it maybe a 4 3/4. Seriously, I really liked it, and it was really good. And M. Night Shyamalan, I hope you make more movies like this. Maybe a sequel to this. That would be kind of alright. And yeah, so that's gonna wrap up today's movie review. I'm gonna be doing an entire series of movie reviews, And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one and more videos in general. And hit that like button. Be sure to leave a like because I worked hard on this video. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I try to get this video to 50 likes, 50. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And this is the Unsubscriber signing off.